Thursday, January 29, 2026. Jason plays hero. Carly gets good news. Nathan lets his guard down. Molly shares her news with Cody, and a duo shares a first kiss. Read the last GH recap. Trina unleashed anger on Portia. Joss came across Cullum at Windermere as everyone took shelter during the storm. Molly and Cody stop having sex at his place so she can check her phone. Looking out the door, he announces they are snowed in. She can't find her phone, so checks her laptop and gasps. He asks what happened. Reluctantly, she admits she wrote a Western romance novel. Cody likes the sound of that. She says her other books were just romance novels. He asks about the story. She admits she only wrote it for herself, but Christina went behind her back and submitted it to her literary agent, and she loved it. This could lead to a multi-book deal, but she doesn't want to go ahead with that. She already has a job. Writing is just a hobby. Cody can't wait to read it anyway. She just wants to get back into bed, so he picks her up and carries her off. After sex, he sneaks down to the kitchen. The dog has spilled her purse. As he picks it up, Cody finds her manuscript and starts reading it. At Drew's, Tracy hands Martin's bourbon in Scout's thermos. He demands the decanter. They argue over it. They bicker about her family, and he says she's toxic. She wonders why he hates her so much. He reminds her that she ruined his life by destroying his relationship with Lucy. That makes her cackle. Tracy says Lucy's only meaningful relationship was with a duck. Martin says Lucy was the best thing that ever happened to him. Tracy thinks he should be thanking her. She mocks his taste in women. He claims he loves independent women, and she points out that they all bled him dry. He reminds her he would still have money if she didn't throw him to his exes. She talks about how she had true love with Luke. He was a scoundrel, but they realized what they had was worth more than money. He reminds her that Laura was the love of Luke's life. She says that had nothing to do with what they had. They had to have complicated pasts to have what they did. Martin accuses her of losing Luke out on the world. She says he's an easy mark. He says that, of the pair of them, he's the one willing to put his heart on the line. Charlotte and Danny sneak into the gatehouse, and he turns the heat on. She admits coming there was the smart move. She notices she has a million texts from her mom, so texts back to say she's safe. He offers to make her s'mores and urges her to embrace the mess. They talk about their adventures at Lila's Kids and the importance of taking chances. When they eat s'mores, he gets chocolate on his lips. She wipes it away, and they kiss. Subscribe to Soap Spoilers newsletter at the cafe. Nathan and Lulu check the generator and wonder where Charlotte is. He's sure she has good survival instincts. She gets a text from Charlotte and is relieved she's fine. The cop suggests they shelter there. Lulu decides to look for blankets and finds a heap on napkins and a bottle of booze. She suggests a drinking game. He impresses her by reciting the periodic table. He admits his dad made him recite it every day. Lulu, though his dad ignored him. Nathan says his father threw him into chemistry to be useful, but it became clear he was no good at it. Lulu says his dad was an idiot if he couldn't see how wonderful he is. He wants to be the man she sees him as. They kiss. At Carly's, she argues with Valentin as he tries to leave. He won't be able to live with himself if his daughter is freezing outside. ABC, when he returns, Carly tells him his daughter is safe and gets him to warm up by the fire. She explains that Lulu texted to say Charlotte was fine. Valentin tells her she was right to tell him not to go out. Noting she had her boots and coat on, he asks if she was coming after him. Why would she risk her life for him? She says she knows what it's like to lose a child and knows she couldn't wait to search for her child either. Seeing how devoted he is to his daughter has changed the way she thinks of him. He's not what she thought he was. He feels the same about her. Jason carries Britt into some cabin on an island near Spoon Island. She shivers as he takes off her wet clothes and covers her in blankets. She tells him she thought she would die again when she fell in the water. He brings her closer to the fire and rubs her. Once she's warm, he asks if she's really okay. He knows she doesn't trust him, but he really wants to help her. Britt says he needs to know the truth. She's been lying to him all along. He says he will get her out of this. She trusts him and admits she's being forced to finish her father's final project. You have to tell me who they are, he says.